$50,000 is coming to Syracuse to help expand treatment for substance abuse.
The Department of Health and Human Services is spending millions across the country to fight a growing heroin epidemic. The Syracuse Community Health Center is the only place in central New York to get some of that money.
Now, families in Cayuga County say they need help too, and tonight, through the eyes of a father, News Channel 9's Tammy Palmer shares the story of a young athlete in Auburn where heroin is too close to home.
Looking at these pictures, you said he was how old then, 20?
That's 20, yeah. It's probably 2 months before he died.
Joel Campanola's pictures capture the timeline of his son's short life. The little boy who loved tools and trucks, the year he lost his front teeth, or later in 9th grade when he joined the wrestling team and fought so hard he got hurt.
You know, got him on the pain pills. That's what the doctor said he needed, you know, to help with, I believe it was an ankle injury, then a shoulder injury, and then that's what started the roller coaster.
By the time he graduated, Nick was an addict who soon discovered that heroin was cheaper than painkillers and much easier to find than a bed in rehab.
We couldn't find one here in our state. We wound up driving 6.5 hours to East Pennsylvania. And we had to beg, borrow, steal, basically, to get him in down there.
With less than 3 weeks of treatment covered by insurance, Nick eventually relapsed and bought his final fix.
A bag of what he thought was heroin that said "say hello" on it. And it was pure fentanyl. That's what killed him. You know, all the Narcan in the world wanted to save him, they said. You know, I mean, it wasn't not even a trace of heroin. It was deliberate. A deliberate kill bag.
In the family's hometown, a traveling cemetery symbolizes the fight to stop heroin's rising death toll. Nick used to volunteer to set up the graves. Now his name is among them.
I knew that if he didn't shape up, we would have to walk over his body sooner or later.
The mistakes that led to an obituary are now lessons.
You young men and women are dying.
Joel shares the story with students at his son's old school, part of a drug education mission.
This is internal terrorism right here, what's going on with our world and our young kids today. They are the future. That's all we have. It's unwritten and it's up to them. It's all about awareness and education.
Joel's message is spreading. He'll speak at 2 more schools this month, and students in Auburn were so inspired by what they heard. They're organizing a fundraiser to help young people get treatment. Live in the newsroom, Tammy Palmer, News Channel 9.
Tammy, thanks very much. Now, parents in Cayuga County can find support groups through the Heroin Epidemic Action League. You'll also find a list of resources on localsyr.com. We have a page dedicated to the stories we've shared over the past year. One of those stories is